If you're a custodial supervisor at a local high school, you know that cleanliness is key, and that the best place to get cleaning supplies is from Grainger. Grainger helps you stay fully stocked on the products you trust, from paper towels and disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Plus, you can rely on Grainger for easy reordering, so you never run out of what you need. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
What's up, Buffalo Fanatics? Josh Allen here. Just wanted to say, go Bills.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Rico. Back at it again. It's the Rico Report. It's the Buffalo Fanatics. What's up, people? What's happening? It's been a while since I've had this smile on my face. It's been a while where we can just say, whoo, and just exhale a little bit. It's been some time where the cookie finally crumbles our way. Controversial, yes, but nonetheless, it fell our way too often. It goes the other way, and we're sitting here scratching our head, asking questions and trying to figure things out, but we don't have to this week. Like my man Orvin just said. Listen, Orvin just said we got a lucky rabbit, and the lucky rabbit's foot was shoved up right our asses right now, boy. We had that thing tucked in deep, and I don't give a because this one was a good one. This one was a good one because, and I'm sitting here, I'm watching with my man Andrew, and we're watching the game. We're like, yo, why are we constantly in this state of anxiety, this state of panic, this state of this? You know what I'm talking about. I don't have to explain it to you as Bills fans. You know, there's that feeling where you're like, here we go again. Here we go again. And it gets to the point where you're sick and tired of feeling that here we go again feeling. And it turns out we're on the winning end of one of these situations. My goodness, man. I can't stress enough. I can't stress enough how important this win was. This win keeps us alive. If you guys have not seen the playoff picture looks now, there's a whole whack of teams that are 7-6. A whole whack of 7-6 teams right now. Man, the Bills needed this one. This was a needed win. Why? Because now this gets to build momentum. This builds momentum. Now we can actually say one game at a time. You know what I'm saying? We can kind of work the kinks out a little bit. We can, you know what I'm saying? This today, I honestly can tell you, I personally feel that we were the better team today. I do. I really do. We missed out on some things today. Like I know one y'all can say, hey, it was that 6 inches of Kadarius Toney's foot on the line. You know what I'm saying? And this game would be over. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But sometimes things go our way because that's the very same thing that could have happened to us, where touchdown goes in and all of a sudden there was a false start, just a quick flinch of a false start, right? Or it could have been Stephon Diggs' foot on the line, and we're like, oh, it could only happen to the Bills, right? We would have been saying the same thing, but sometimes it's got to happen to somebody else. For crying out loud, sometimes it's got to happen to somebody else. And this was the week that it did. But my goodness, Gabe Davis was wide open on that. Fake screen. I like the fact that we tried to go to the sideline, but Gabe Davis was walking in that end zone wide open. Man, oh man. I don't even know where to begin today. Let's begin by just celebrating this win. Let's begin by just celebrating this win where in this league, it is so difficult. I know it's cliche. It is so difficult to win in this league. It's so difficult. It's true. Somebody said my mic sounds off. Is that true? Is my mic off? Am I tripping? If you guys are is my mic tripping, you just let me know. But my goodness, it's about time that things fall our way. Too often, we're sitting here scratching our heads. My mic sounds off. Let me see what I can fix. I apologize, folks. Let me try to fix this on the fly as we try to get this thing popping here. But too often we find ourselves in these situations. And I'm actually glad that we're on the other end. I'm absolutely thrilled that we're on the other end. Let me just try to fix my mic here, folks, and we'll get right into it. You guys let me know if this is better. If this is better, let me know. I think it should be. Give me the thumbs up if it's way better. All right. Matthew's like, yo, you're fine, man. Keep going. All right. It should be good. Tell me if it's good. Give me thumbs up. We straight. We good. Give me much better. Here we go. It's just finally our turn to be on the right side, on the good side. Now, we have to give, and you guys know how I do, because there's going to be some Kansas City Chiefs fans that are very upset, that are pissed off, that are frustrated with the loss of the Kansas City Chiefs. We haven't been a good team on the road. Let's be real. We have not been a good team on the road. And the fact that we were able to go into one of the hardest stadiums to play in and to put in a dub, that's just nice. At this point, do you give a damn how we win? Honestly, do you get, because we can go high scoring against the Eagles and lose heartbreakingly, or we can go a gritty defensive match and it comes down to who has the ball last sometimes. And in this case, Pat Mahomes has the ball last, and we thought he was gonna march down that field, like we always in fashion, in Bills fashion, how we always lose, right? Where the defense holds up, gives the ball back to the offense goes up, falters a little bit, puts up 3 points. Now you've given the ops 3 minutes, 2 minutes, a minute and a half to do work. All they got to do is walk into the end zone and score. We've seen it countless times. We felt it countless times. We know what's on the end of that heartbreak. Too often we felt that. And at this time, we're able to come out on the other end. It feels good. Now, Kansas City Chiefs, don't hang your head too low here. Do not, because this wasn't a bad game for y'all. You guys were like I said earlier, 6 inches from getting this dub. 6 inches from getting this dub. Defensively, you guys had a decent game. Not bad. Offensively, okay. But at the same time, sometimes it's got to fall our way. Pat Mahomes was pedestrian-like. He wasn't the Pat Mahomes that we're used to. You know what I mean? Like, just on the money. But nonetheless, this was a solid game. ESPN, listen, ESPN, Fox, all these, they're going to be talking about this. Like, what are they going to be saying? These two jars at it. The Bills now are 3-3 when it comes to going up against the Chiefs. But when it really matters, we got the dub. That's what matters at the end of the day. Nick Wright, he's going to talk about the 6 inches and this, that, and the third. He can talk about all he wants. First and foremost, you guys are 8-5 now. Nothing's locked up for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Bills win next week. We're up into 8 wins now. Y'all better win your game, because now y'all might be the ones in the hunt. I'm just saying. But you guys are probably going to win your division, so it really doesn't matter at this point. But nonetheless, what a great win for the Bills. We absolutely needed this win. I can't stress that enough. I cannot stress that enough. This was something that McDermott needed. This was something that
Buffalo needed. This is something that the NFL needed. Ain't nobody trying to watch Pickett. Ain't nobody trying to watch Flacco. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's trying to watch those guys. CJ Beathard. I mean, I know Trevor Lawrence played today, but nobody's trying to watch all these other quarterbacks play. They want to see the elites of the elites. And if we can get hot, if we can strike iron at this moment, we're in the money. We're absolutely in the money. So that being said, folks, let's take a quick gander. Let's take a quick gander at the box score because I'm curious. And I love to see the box score just for it to paint slight picture of what we saw today, of what was presented to us today. And let's start with the home team, the Kansas City Chiefs, because I'm curious to see what we're looking at. So today, Pat Mahomes went 25 for 43, had 40 attempts. Here's the funny part, folks. I've always said this, anytime that we're at 40 attempts, it's typically not good. Josh Allen, 42 attempts. Pat Mahomes, 43 attempts. So Pat went for 25 for 43, 271 yards, 6.3 yards a pop, a touchdown and an interceptions early in the game. He was sacked once and had a 74.9 rating. I know a lot of people have been talking about, yeah, but Pat Mahomes and this Kansas City team hasn't been the same. They just haven't been as good as they used to. Well, last time I checked, they got Andy Reid out there. They got a very good defensive coordinator, Spagnolo. And they got Pat Mahomes. They got Travis Kelce. Yo, those are stars on your squad. And that defense that we faced today, that's a top 10 defense. Top 5, I think. That's a good damn defense that we just faced today. And it should be like this. This goes to show you that when push comes to shove, we can match up with anybody in this league. We went toe to toe with the Eagles. That was supposed to be the best team in the whole of NFL, the all of NFL. We went toe to toe with them. It came down to some blunders from our end, a missed throw to a wide open Gabe. It was a choice route, a missed throw. No matter how you want to look at it, that's what got us off that win category. And then here comes the Eagles, right? That's the best squad. And then they get blown out the week after that. So now we go up as the Chiefs. We get a gritty win, AFC win. It's like a division game. And we stuck it out and we won this bitch. Shout out to the defense today. The defense did what they were supposed to do. 25 for 3, 271 yards for Pat Mahomes. The run game, we kept the team under 100 yards rushing. That's always a plus. That is always a plus. Keeping the team down to 100 yards, 11 carries, 39 yards for my man Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And listen, man, and we had Jerick McKinnon that had a nice touchdown. You got to give it to him, right? 82 yards rushing, we'll keep that. Travis Kelce, 6 receptions for 83 yards, 13.8 yards a pop. He's a future Hall of Famer. He's going to do work. He's one of the best in the game, if not the best tight end that's played this game. Off of 10 targets, 6 receptions. Rashee Rice, he's going to be a name that's going to be big time in this league in the very near future. Rashee Rice, 7 receptions for 72 yards today. Had a long of 19. This guy, he's going to be a good player for the squad. He had their lone touchdown today. And then the list goes on to Rashee Rice and everybody just kind of pitching in on some receptions here and there. Defensively, not bad, right? They forced Trent McDurphy had a nice sack today. They forced 3 sacks today on the Bills right now, and then they had Chamari Corner with that interception. Bad decision by Josh Allen. Bad decision by Josh Allen. If he held onto that ball, just threw it away, maybe we're not in this predicament. Nonetheless, it did happen. It is what it is. Let's keep it rolling. But I mean, I don't really have anything else to say about these boys, man. We came in, we got the dub, and we out of here. Get the fuck back on the flight and fly back to Buffalo. Let's prepare for the Dallas Cowboys that are coming home to Buffalo. Home game. It is a beautiful thing to not only get a win against a team that, has whooped your ass in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? You get a win in the regular season on the road, take that momentum back, and wait for the Cowgirls to come to Buffalo. Here we go. We're waiting for Dak Prescott to come through the town. Let's go. Here we go. Beautiful. I'll take that. Now let's flip it. Let's flip it to the Buffalo Bills. Now let's talk about it, folks. When you're looking at these Bills here, Let me turn the brightness on my screen here. There we go. You're looking at these Bills here. We got Josh Allen went 23 for 42, 233 yards, 5.5 yards a pop. He had a touchdown and an interception. I wish he took that interception back. I really hope that I really wish that he didn't throw that, man, because there was tight coverage already on Stephon Diggs. I think the attempt was to Stephon Diggs. There was already tight coverage on Stephon. There was no need for him to go at it. But he went to him nonetheless. All right, cool, bet. But there was already another player trailing and just watching Josh Allen, baiting him. Boom. Josh be getting baited these days, man. We're going up against some tough division foes, tough foes coming forward. You've got to protect the ball. My man has thrown 9 interceptions in the last 9 games. Fam, cut it out. I'm starting to get sick of it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm getting sick of the turnovers. Yeah, but he threw 1 turnover, but he's got way more touchdowns. Yo, but you don't have to have those turnovers. Those ones are like, that one you didn't have to. I could get it. If they said it was, which I totally hate, by the way, I'm about to say it, but it was a puntception. Okay, fine, have that. But that one, you didn't have to throw that one. You didn't have to throw that one. You did not have to throw that one. I get it. If it was tipped, intercepted, okay, cool. But that one, you could have held on to that one because that changed the landscape. We're up 14-0. 14-0. That turnover turned into 7 for the Kansas City Chiefs. That was the same exact situation that happened in the Eagles game where we're up. I think we're up 17-7 at the point, and we got the ball back at a half. You throw the interception, here come the Eagles. They score. Now it's close game. Now we're like, oh shit. I know enough Bills fans that when that interception happened and the Eagles came back and scored, they said, game over. It's a wrap. I ain't lying to you. I had many people tell me that as I'm tweeting in this game, right? You got people mad crazy saying stuff like that. We got to stop giving the damn ball away, man. We can't. But you know what we can do? We can celebrate that we got 878 people watching right now. So do me a favor. If you're new to the channel, you're a Bills fan, smash that like. If you're a Chiefs fan, you want to hate by smashing that like. Take that L. I don't know who you guys play next week. Have fun with it. Yeah, have fun with that because we're going to enjoy this one. I'm not going to cap. I'm going to enjoy this one. I don't give a damn if it was an ugly win or not. A win is what we needed. But this goes beyond. You know what I'm saying, just getting the win. It's what's been transpiring this whole week, which makes this win even better. And I'm going to get into that because I need to get into that because I need to get that shit off my chest because too much this week, in the last like five weeks or so, they've been on McDermott's ass. They have been on McDermott's ass, but I'm going to get into that a little after. Let me just get my box score off, and then we just going to keep it rolling, right? James mother effing Cook. Woo! Let me talk to y'all about James Cook. James Cook, in my opinion, this was one of his better running games today. This guy wasn't ducking out of bounds like a soft ass. Like he's carrying Charmin in both his hands. He wasn't doing that. He was running hard. He was running for every freaking yard there was. Loved every bit of it today. James Cook was a difference maker. I really wish that we went more to James Cook in the second half instead of doing all these damn bubble receiver screens. And I get it. Going for the bubble screen is equivalent to a quick run, right? A run of 2 to 3 yards. I get it. Sometimes it actually replaces the run. It's just as effective. Quick screen, give me 3 or 4 yards. Now you're a manageable 2nd and 7, a manageable 2nd and 6. I get that part. But when my boy was cooking, you just gonna not give him you're not gonna give him the football. You got Ty Johnson that was running hard. You're not gonna give him the football. By the way, that is your new 1-2 punch that I enjoy very much. I enjoy that 1-2 punch of James Cook and Ty Johnson. You know what I'm saying? That's a nice combo. Almost reminds you of James Stewart and D'Angelo Williams back in Carolina. Somewhat. A somewhat nasty version of it, right? But I love seeing everything that I saw from James Cook today. James Cook had 10 carries for 58 yards at 5.8 yards a pop. Why would you stop going to that, brother? Why would you stop going to that, brother? There was at one point where he was cooking and they kept on, give him the rock, give him the rock, give him the rock. My man said, yo, I'm tired, I'm gassed up. They said, no, get your black ass back behind the line and run that thing again. He made a nasty run again. He's like, bro, I am tired. They finally took his ass out. Boy, he was cooking. If he's just a little more conditioned, yeah, listen, man, he would have crushed it. running that rock with ease. Love every bit of it. James Cook, keep running the way that you were running today, bro. We were going to be successful. Quit ducking and dodging out of bounds. That's not for you, bro. Upfield, like you were doing today. That's all the difference, man. That makes all the difference for running back. It takes one missed tackle and you gone. Man, I got excited watching James Cook today. So this is James Cook, 10 for 58. He had 5.8 yards of pop, and he had a long of 15 yards. Listen, Josh Allen was right after that. Josh Allen had 10 carries. Love it. They didn't want to do that when Ken Dorsey was in town. No, we got to make that brother chill. He's going to stick behind the pocket. No, you can't make Josh half of himself. Because half of Josh he's going to fling that thing for sure, but half of Josh is a dog, and he wants to run it over you. He wants to run on your ass. He wants to make you look like a little boy. He wants to do that. But you don't want him to do that? You want him to be proper behind the pocket? Man, fuck all that shit, man. Give me the rock so I can get going. Because the beauty of having Josh being a dual threat is the fact that he's a dual threat. You don't know whether he's going to sit in the pocket and run, and you don't know if he's going to sit in the pocket or he's going to take off from the pocket. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. How crazy was it? I don't even know. I don't remember what the down and distance was. Was it fourth down? Was it third down? Was it third and long? It was something. Josh backs up, doesn't like what he sees. Tell me that we didn't say, holy shit. How did that happen? Josh don't like what he sees. Usually he bails and runs to the right so he can, he's right-handed. He's right dominant. He can look for what he wants. Nope. He goes left. These two guys are barreling down on him. What does he do? Turns his body, pump fake, gets one in the air. Gotcha. He keeps going. He's surveying downfield. He's headed to the sideline. I was like, no, he's about to get blown out. We're about to throw a pick. Something bad's going to happen. What does Josh do? Floats from the sideline. Pop. Beautiful touch pass. Here comes Latavius Murray. Catches that. My man got so excited. He was like, holy shit, I caught the ball. Here we go. Whoop. There goes the football. Then there's a scrum. Then it's a hot mess. Gabe Davis fall. I don't know what Gabe Davis was doing. Bro, the ball is right there. You're looking at it. He tried to like scoop and land on it. Just fall on that bitch, man. Just fall on that. Bro, he tried to scoop and scoop. Nope. That thing was bobbling all over the place. Thank goodness it went out of bounds forward where we retained the football. My goodness. But let me tell you something. If that play doesn't happen, game over. In my opinion, if Josh Allen doesn't make that play, game over. And to me, that play encapsulates exactly what this season has been. Just a normal routine drop back. Okay, I'm in trouble. All right, it's looking good. This is looking good. This is looking good. Okay, whoa, this is a hot mess. It's screwed up. How often has this been happening? This is looking good. The season started great. Oh, shit, we just lost 2 straight. Oh, fuck. Okay, we just won one again. It's just up and down. That play was our season. Just up and down, hot mess. But this time, it went our way. It went our way. My goodness, I'm sitting here going, this is why you pay this guy $258 million. Because not everybody can do something like that. There's probably only 2 guys that could probably do that in this game. Pat Mahomes being one of them, and probably Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is nimble enough that he could probably sit on the tightrope and just find something. These cats are special. Josh Allen is special. Let me keep going, man. James Cook, love James Cook, and I love what he did today. Love what you did today, James Cook. Let's keep that running, right? Josh Allen, 10 for 32. He had a touchdown, and Flex Allen was back at it. When does Allen do feel good? Allen, back at it again. And I loved every bit of it. We need more of that. We need more of Flex Allen. Ty Johnson, 5 carries for 19. And we had Latavius Murray that had 3 for 9. And he jumped in there and he got his rocks off. So today, the Bills ran for 118 yards at 4 yards a pop. That's what we need. We need to have balance. If we can have balance, we can run the football. Bro, this team is a hard team to stop. Listen, man, I'm dead ass when I say this. You let the Bills squeak into the playoffs, you do not want to see us. Wait till, because we have to run the table. So that makes us having 5 wins straight. So you got a 5-win streak going into the playoffs, I don't care if we're playing the number 1 seed or we're playing whoever. You're not going to want to see us if we can squeak into the playoffs. We're going to be a problem for y'all. I'm telling you. And if we're on a win streak and these boys are playing hard, boy, you better please stop playing with us. You better stop playing with us. Now, here's where I'm not too pleased. I'm gonna be real. Our leading receiver was James Cook. James Cook was phenomenal today. You got to give it to him. The balls that he was dropping in that Eagles game was the one that he was catching today. My boy is learning from his mistakes. That's what you want to see. James Cook, 5 for 83, 16.6. 16.6 yards a pop and a touchdown. You got to love it. Yeah, you love to see it. And he guess what? 5 targets, 5 receptions. Let's go, man. Dawson Knox. Welcome back, Dawson Knox. 3 for 36. 3 targets. Deontay Hardy made a crucial catch. The one catch, you know what I'm saying, that we can remember that he's made this year was huge. And this one was a big one. One reception for 25 yards. Now, here's the one that I'm bothered by. Our receiver 1 and receiver 2. Stephon Diggs and Gabriel Davis. Do you know how many catches these boys combined for today? 4 receptions. 4 receptions for Gabriel Davis and Stephon Diggs. And Stephon had all 4 receptions. So that gives you another game of Gabe Davis with 0 catches. Receiver 1 and receiver 2 with 4 receptions, and we still won this game? So wait till we're all on the same page. It's going to be a problem. Like I'm trying to tell y'all, it's going to be a problem if we can all get on one page. But there seems to be something that Spagnuolo does, because every time the Bills face the Chiefs, they find a way to just eliminate Stephon Diggs. I don't know how they do it, but they do. My goodness. But it is what it is. You got to roll with the punches. But it is concerning that your 2 best receivers, your 2 top receivers, with only 4 receptions. I didn't know we were playing the 85 Bears. I didn't know we were playing the 2000 Ravens. I had no idea. We got to figure out a way. Joe Brady, that's on you, my guy. We got to figure out a way. And your way of figuring it out was getting him into bubble screens. We couldn't get anything. Now, granted, my guy Stephon Diggs had a couple drops today. I'm like, that's uncharacteristic. That's not what he does. And it makes you wonder, too, now that Dawson Knox is back, we're getting into more 12 personnel. I knew that was going to happen. You got to sprinkle that back in. So obviously less 10, 11 personnel. I get that part. Spread the defense out. But my goodness, man, that's your guy. That's your number 1 receiver. He's got to be more involved than that. I don't care what defensive schemes that they're placing. You've got to find the counter. You've got to find the counter, because now you're going up against a very opportunistic defense in the Dallas Cowboys. Deron Bland, that boy leads the league. He's got an NFL record. 6 pick sixes this year? That boy is opportunistic, but he will get beat. He can get beat. But we're not on the Dallas Cowboys yet. We're not on the Dallas Cowboys yet. We just want to enjoy this dub. Now, defense. I'm gonna start with defense today, because that's what's been getting killed. I'm gonna start with that. And I'm gonna be real with you. I'm watching this game and I'm like, okay. 2 minutes left. We've seen this dance before. These boys are just gonna march down the field, take their time, take their timeouts. You know what I'm saying? Really just take the sail, take the wind out of us, and just come out and just run a play and score. And when we saw that trick play happen, well, I don't even know if it was supposed to be a trick play, but it turned into one, where Travis Kelce catches it, pitches it to whoever, I don't know who it was at the time, and they ran into the end zone. I was numb. I was like, there it is. Whoop, there it is. I mean, that's exactly what I wanted to say. Until I saw a flag. And it's typically us that usually is in that mess. What was it? Defensive holding? What was it? Were we in encroachment? And then when we saw a freaking offside on the offense, I said, what? okay, now we got a chance. We absolutely got a chance. And the defense absolutely came through today. The defense came through today, folks. Well, we sacked Mahomes. How many times we sacked? We sacked Mahomes. We sacked Mahomes once today, and it was the QB hits that we had I was impressed with. QB hits today. We had 8 QB hits on Pat Mahomes. Bro, we were getting pressure on him. We were getting pressure on Pat Mahomes. Excuse me, I was looking at the wrong one. We had 10 QB hits. 10 QB hits on Pat Mahomes. We were getting after him. We were putting pressure on him. That's what we needed. We absolutely needed that. We needed to make him uncomfortable. Leonard Floyd, I can't understand how we were able to land Leonard Floyd. Leonard Floyd has been an absolute gem for this Bills defense. He has been an absolute gem for this defense. Would you guys say that was the best pickup this year? That was the best free agent pickup? Was Leonard Floyd? Abso-freaking-lutely, man. You gotta love what you see from Leonard Floyd, because if not for Leonard Floyd, maybe we're not in this position. AJ Epinesa, the same guy last year, people were saying, I don't know, man. I think he's going to get cut. I think he's going to get served up somewhere. AJ Epinesa, folks, he had 6.5 sacks last year. And I remember this offseason, if you guys have been watching me, this offseason, I was saying, man, 6.5 sacks, he's going to build off of that, especially in a contract year. Oh, hell yeah, he's going to build off that. And right now, he's building himself a resume enough that they're gonna have no choice but to bring this brother back. How could you not? How could you let that brother walk? He's starting to get right. He's starting to get his threads back, right? He's starting to get right into it. Leonard Floyd, big time player. Listen, Edward with the batted ball down near the end was crucial. Man, I can't tell you how happy I am, because, and this is the big thing. The narrative was defense always lets the offense down when it comes time to make a stop. Defense always lets the team down when it comes time to make a stop. That's what we've all been hearing. This time, defense made a stop. Defense took the ball away twice. Defense kept this team down to less than 100 points. Defense kept this team to less than 20 points. Against Andy Reid-led team. Pat Mahomes healthy. Travis Kelce's still there. This defense held it down. But if we were to lose this game, they would have said, there goes the defense again. But guess what? That defense would have been the same defense that did everything I just said. And I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. If we are going to go far, it's going to have to be on the back of the offense. It has to be. Because you know what this defense is capable of doing, but you also know what the defense lacks. So this offense is going to have to be lights out. They're going to have to be lights out. But you know what? This defense held true, and this defense held it down. And the thing that stands out to me the most is how McDermott has been taking a hit for how he's managed the game and how he's not the right fit for this team, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right? He had that Ty Dunn article hit today. Excuse me, this week, last 3 days. They came out and just went after McDermott. McDermott was under immense pressure for this game. Not only personally, because he felt personally attacked. And in that article, there were some things that you're like, man, you could have left that one out there. Or you got to respect the journalists that have to do their job. They're doing what they're supposed to do. But you got to give it to my man, McDermott, that said, you know what? Let me calm my ass down. Let me coach this team. And let me get these boys prepared, because that's what I'm supposed to be judged by. I'm supposed to be judged by getting these boys prepared to play and to win. Who said it best? You play to win the game. That's what he coaches these boys for, right? Herm Edwards knows the deal. You got to play to win the game. And McDermott had these boys prepared, because if he didn't, boy, they would have went after his ass today. He's now silent. He's silenced the crowd. I hope that article does what it was supposed to do, and it dies down real quick. As hot as it was, I hope it dies down real quick, because right now the Bills do not need the distractions. We already had one with Von Miller, and we're still dealing with that right now. But wins will silence everything, and that's exactly what happened today. The wins will silence everything, and that's exactly what McDermott did today. I would love to be a fly in that locker room when they came back. I'm gonna tell you two things too. During this game, I don't think in the 7 years that McDermott's been coaching, I honestly can say this. I don't think I've ever seen that man smile on the field when he's coaching. It's always a pressed lips and one of these. Today alone, I saw this brother smiling twice. I said, what? Is this a new man? What's going on? Maybe he's got to loosen up. I don't know. I don't care either. Whatever it is that you're doing, keep it up because we got a big one next week. But this one was a massive one. This was the catapult. This is what's going to catapult this team to where we need it to be. Yeah, I'm telling you, McDermott, wasn't he all smiles? Did you see him? He was happy as heck, man. He was smiling, and we were still in the middle of the game. We were still in the middle of the game. Now, there are some things that this defense did get hit by. Micah Hyde going down, I didn't like that. He went down the first time, came back in a couple plays, came in again, and then he was down again. He was wincing. He was kind of, squirming on the floor. So I don't know how bad that injury is. My man, Alex Lucci, the thigh doc, he's been telling me this for weeks now, that, if he takes one more stinger that is going to affect the neck area / his fusion. Because if you guys don't know, Micah Hyde had a neck fusion. So he's playing right now, they would say, with a neck just together permanently. That's how it's got to be. So like any terrible hit he takes is detrimental. And seeing him go down today, I wasn't too pleased to see that because I don't know how badly this is going to be. I know that they said it's a stinger, but these stingers, as you know, can last some time. And especially with this brother that's already been hurt with his neck, you never want to see something like that. So hopefully it's super minor, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing. I think Epinesa went down as well. So we got some guys that went down, but for the most part, we came out of this game unscathed. And that's what I like to see. But back on McDermott, and I'm going to leave that because I'll leave that for Tuesday's show. McDermott came in and did what he needed to do. He called the right defenses, and he had some moments. Where things didn't work out the way they needed to, but that's called making adjustments. You're going up against a very good head coach, Hall of Fame head coach, Super Bowl winning head coach, Andy Reid. And Andy Reid already knows all about you, brother. He knows all about you in the Philadelphia days. So you're coaching up against a great. And the fact that we were able to come out on top with a W is great. And limiting these two boys at 17 points, you can't go wrong with that. You absolutely can't go wrong with that. And I'm looking at the schedule for the Chargers going forward. Right now, the Chargers have taken a loss the last 4 games. The last 4 games, they've lost 3 of their last 4. They lost to the Eagles. They beat the Raiders 31-17. They lost to the Packers, and they lost to us. They've lost 3 of the last 4 games. So you can understand why Pat Mahomes was absolutely pissed. I don't know exactly what he was so mad about. My wife was watching just near the end, and she was like, he's saying that my O-line absolutely sucks. I'm like, how did you read that? I don't know if that's what he said, because I don't think he's going to be screaming that after a loss to his boys, saying, I think he's absolutely upset with the refs. I don't know what happened. I'm sure it's gonna play itself out, but boy, he was upset. I've never seen Pat Mahomes that pissed. But it means a lot because now they dropped to 8-5. And right after, who they got to face? They got to face the Raiders. Then they face and then the Chargers. And the Chargers always play them tough. The Bengals, who knows? I don't know what's going on with Bengals, but apparently Jake Browning has everybody feeling nice. Like he's been playing well, and he's got a lot of love coming his way from people that have coached him, so that they knew he was prepared for this. The same guy that coached Josh Allen in the offseason, the same guy that coached Browning, and he's saying Browning's the real deal. So we'll see. So the Kansas City Chiefs, they got the Patriots next, which we'll see how that plays out. And then they got the Raiders. Who knows? This is the NFL. The NFL is a weird league. The Pittsburgh Steelers that was supposed to wax I mean, Wax take care of Billy Zappi and the Patriots. They just lost to him. So we'll see how that plays out. By the way, fractured right index finger broke for Herbert. Jeez. Well, I mean, shoot, that plays out well for us too. So let's keep it rolling. We'll see how that plays out. But that sucks. On his throwing hand, that's tough. So KC losing 2 in a row, that's tough. That's tough sledding. And right now, listen, Denver's 7-6, and who knows how Denver's gonna do. So Denver is creeping on their butts right now. Kansas City being at 8-5. Bro, this league is crazy. This league is crazy. My man Charlie, what's Charlie saying? Charlie said, yo, just saw on Insta post saying shoulder x-ray for Kincaid. Oh my God. Golly, man. Yo, we can't catch a break. Now we're going back to the original offense? Come on, man. That changes everything now. But we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. We're not gonna get mad. I mean, we should be fortunate that we can actually go from Kincaid back to Dawson Knox, because if not for Kincaid, we had Dawson Knox. And we've been, you know what I'm saying? We know what we get in Dawson Knox. But at the end, this was a great win. And like Laura said, she said, I'm proud of us, man. We got the win, and we gotta get out. We got the win and get out of there. But my goodness, was Mahomes ever upset at the end of the game? And I can't wait to find out what transpired and what made that happen. Somebody said Kincaid never left the game. Yeah, I didn't see him leave the game, but you never know. Sometimes these guys will play out and tough it out, and all of a sudden later on you hear that they had an injury, and we had no idea the whole time. So who knows? Or maybe it was the same. I know that he got hit pretty good last game, and we really didn't see much of him in the second half. I was actually really glad to see Dalton Kincaid involved throughout this whole game, because these last couple games I've seen him like perfectly intact in the first half, and then the second half we see nothing of him. So we're gonna wait for the injury report to come out, and then we'll go from there. But to tie this up in a bow with McDermott and this defense, give that brother his love, give that brother a shout out, because with all the pressure that McDermott was dealing with trying to get this team to win, you know what I'm saying, having the Von Miller stuff, then the article thing, and then on the verge of, you know what I'm saying, not making the playoffs, there's a lot of pressure on McDermott. And he came in and coached his butt off and got this team the dub. Give them the credit. Give that defense the credit. A big defensive stop. Let me tell you, I've never been so happy to see an incomplete pass. I got up and I was like it was a big sack, or like we scored a touchdown. That incomplete pass was everything to me. Was absolutely everything to me. So I'll take that, man. I'll take that. And by the way, Chiefs fans, they're salty right now. They
Buffalo Fanatics, what's going on? This is Pierre the Kingpin, and I wanted to talk to you today about Cigars International, which is the ultimate destination for premium homemade cigars. Known as the industry leader, Cigars International offers the largest selection, unbeatable prices, and a customer service experience that's second to none. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned vet, Cigars International makes enjoying cigars easy, approachable, and fun. Cigars International is the go-to retailer for all things cigars, with the biggest selection of premium homemade cigars available anywhere. Cigars International offers unbeatable deals and discounts, making it easy to stock up on your favorite or try something new without breaking the bank. With fast free shipping and their 100% satisfaction guarantee, you can shop with confidence knowing that Cigars International stands behind every order. They have good relationship with vendors that helps provide great low prices. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned pro, Cigars International makes it easy to find the right cigar with helpful guides, staff reviews, and expert advice. It's not just about cigars. Cigars International also offers a wide range of accessories and more to elevate your smoking experience. Check out the great deals every day at cigarsinternational.com. That's cigars, CIGARS, international.com. Use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply. Again, use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply.
If you're a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility and your machinery isn't working right, Grainger knows you need to understand what's wrong as soon as possible. So when a conveyor motor falters, Grainger offers diagnostic tools like calibration kits and multimeters to help you identify and fix the problem. With Grainger, you can be confident you have everything you need to keep your facility running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
They're upset. I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame y'all to be upset. He's calling us bums. We got lucky. I mean, you got to handle the Packers, bro. You didn't handle the Packers. You didn't handle us. And you better hope that you can handle the Patriots next week. Because Bill Belichick's coming, he's coming after your ass. Best believe that. So we'll see. And that defense, don't play with them. That defense is pretty decent. And quit bringing Taylor Swift to your games. Quit bringing that pop singer to your games. She came to see her boo, and now she's messing everything up. They should have never dated. Or you know what? Better yet, keep dating. Because we might have to, if we could keep this rolling, we might have to see y'all again. Make sure you bring her to the game. And she can sing all her songs. She can do the halftime show and everything. We won't care. We will not mind. You know what I'm saying? We might even catch a front row seat. Straight up. But we'll see how this all plays out. At the end of the day, one win is one win. And listen, man, this is a win that we absolutely needed. We needed this win. This was a must win. Like Josh Allen said, this was a playoff game. And if they continue to have the momentum, they continue to have that mentality that this is a playoff game, sky's the limit. The sky is the limit for this team. So the Kansas City Chiefs losing, they dropped to 8-5. If you go to the full standings on what this looks like, and don't forget, I mean, AFC-wise, we haven't done ourselves any favors either. Let's keep it a buck because we've lost far too many games in the AFC East. The AFC East as well. But we've lost far too many games in the AFC Conference. So we have to figure things out and try to, build that momentum like I was saying. So right now, if you look at the standings, based on right now, I know there's a few games that got to be played. Obviously, Miami's at 9-3. We'll see how they face off today. Then obviously the Bills getting their win at 7-6. The Jets stunned the Houston Texans today, which is great for us. We'll take that because the Texans were kind of threatening a little bit. They were kind of ruining that vibe for us to try to pop up in there. So Texans losing today was massive. And the Jets seemed to have their swagger back a little bit. Zach Wilson threw for 300 yards today. Like, what? Zach Wilson threw for 300 yards? That's craziness. Good for him. The Patriots obviously won last week. Then you got the Baltimore Ravens at 10-3 today. They squeaked by on a punt return touchdown. Crazy. Cleveland Browns with Joe Flacco threw for 300 yards. Like, that's the game that I actually wanted them to lose. But Joe Flacco comes off the bench and wills these guys to a victory. What the hell? Man, oh man. This league is something else, I'll tell you. So Joe Flacco leads these boys to 8-5, which is a killer for us. Obviously, the Pittsburgh Steelers are reeling right now. They lost twice, 2 in a row to teams that won only 2 games. Then you got the Cincinnati Bengals. We don't know how they're going to play, so we'll see how that plays out for today. Jacksonville, I think Jacksonville, they lost today or did they win today? Who did they play? Oh, they lost today. So Jacksonville loses against the Browns. The Colts, I'm not sure what's going to happen with the Colts. And the Texans losing today. Bro, we're in this, man. We're in this. We are. We just got to keep winning, bro. We just got to keep winning. We got to keep winning. We got to keep doing what we do. And hopefully, guys get banged up a little bit, or I don't know if they get bruised up and they're not prepared to come next week because the Eagles and Cowboys play. That's gonna be a big one, and we'll take that. Jacksonville lost today. The Colts lost today. This was a good week. So our chances from 14% or 14 to 21% must have gone up to 30 in the 40s. I know it's a small increase. There's still a chance that we don't make it if we don't win out, but this was a good week for us to propel ourselves to get up in the standings. And now we can there's a little bit of breathing room. That pressure that was on the chest a little bit, there's a little bit of breathing room left. You know what I'm saying? I know some people are like, but we're still like the 10th 11th seed. Relax. But one more win gets us from 10th to 7th real quick. Real effing quick. I'm telling you, everything's jumbled up all together. Everything's jumbled up all together. Let me see what we're looking at. If we're looking at the conference all alone, right now we are the 11th seed, but above us, you got the Cincinnati Bengals. Obviously, they have the tiebreaker, which is killer. This is the thing that kills us. Cincy beat us. Denver beat us. Obviously, the Houston Texans losing is huge, and the Colts losing is huge, and obviously the Pittsburgh Steelers at 7-6 losing. We're all bunched up in that. So these boys just got to keep losing. We got to keep winning, and away we go. Stack them dubs is what we have to do. We got to stack them dubs. So kudos to the Bills getting that dub today, and that was a big opponent. That was huge. So we just got to keep it up and keep it rolling. Now, when you're looking at what was the difference maker in today's game, right? What has been, and you guys know this, you guys have been watching the game, what's been killing the Bills and what's been killing momentum for us every time that we make a play and we try to make something happen, what's been killing us? You guys know what it is. Tell me, you guys in the chat right now, you let me know what has been the Achilles heel for the Bills and what's been killing us in these games that's been setting us back. Can y'all let me know? And if you guys know, smash that into the comment section and we'll go from there. O-line was not good today. I'm gonna speak on that a little bit. O-line was good. Turnovers, you know what it is. We got to stop the turnovers. The turnovers were huge. These 3 and outs, I'm not a fan of them either. Cameron, I'm really not a fan of them. You know what I'm saying? Erratic inconsistencies, absolutely. But there's one, somebody said Ty Dunn. Ty Dunn has been a thorn on our side. But real talk, penalties, man. Penalties. Thank you very much. Get the tables. It's these penalties, bro. Sometimes these penalties be killing us. And it kills our momentum, and we're not able to do what we need to do. It sets us back, right? We went from being in field goal range to getting 3 calls on us that takes us out of field goal range. We actually end up losing yards, and then we had to punt. It was a booming punt. Thank you, Sam Martin, for that. But like, those penalties kill us. They absolutely kill us. But today, it wasn't as detrimental. It wasn't as detrimental as it has been in the past. So when I'm looking at the team stats today, so we equally had 21 first downs apiece, us and the Chiefs, both had 21 first downs. Rushing first downs, we had 12. They had 14. We had 8 first downs passing for rushing first downs. They had 6. Passing first downs from penalties, we had 1 apiece. Third down efficiency, we're one of the best in the league in third down efficiency. Not so much this week. We went 6 for 15, while the Chiefs went 6 for 12. But we also converted on 4th and down on that on the sneak, right? When you keep it rolling, 327 total yards to their 346. So we're in that same, like 20 yards, give or take. We had 11 total drives to their 10. And that's what it comes down to. For us to get more opportunities, more drives, more opportunities gets us more opportunities to put points on the board. But we can't get opportunities when we give the football away. We got to stop giving the football away. And this was the case today a little bit, right? But today, penalties. And I wanted to show you how many penalties we got today. So today, 4 penalties to their 7. And it makes it sound so crazy that we had 10 penalties in that Eagles game. Golly, that's nasty, right? Today, we're penalized 4 times for 35 yards to their 7 for 45. And the biggest crucial penalty, obviously, was the offside on Kadarius Toney. That one hurt. And we forced the turnover. We forced 2 turnovers today. Fam, this defense came to play. This defense gave the ball back to the offense. And the offense was able to capitalize and get this dub at the end of the day. And you got to give it to them, man. We finally put a good defensive game plan together. And I'll say this. Although we finished with a dub, it did feel, and I got to keep it real, it did feel that Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes were starting to figure us out on defense. Okay, the ball's moving way too easily for me. What's going on? Okay, we got to fix this issue. They just hit a 27-yard gain. Okay, now they just hit a 14-yard gain. Yo, we need to slow down the bleeding right now because this is looking like what it used to look like back in the day, where teams figure us out, we don't adjust, and we just we lose the game based on no adjustment. What I'd like to see from Joe Brady is some adjustments on the offense. You can't tell me Spagnuolo was that damn good that you couldn't find anything that was going to open things up in the second quarter, in the second half. There's no way. I'm not falling for that. I can't fall for that. You know what I'm saying? So time of possession was big too. We held on to the football. 35 minutes to their 24. No wonder Pat Mahomes was pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Because we were holding on to the football. So you got to give them credit for that. And how many of y'all watching this game, right? And two questions for y'all. How many of y'all watching this game were like, okay, there's 2 minutes left. We got the ball. It was like 2 minutes. I don't remember the time. It was like 3 minutes. Should we try to milk the clock as much as we can to not allow Kansas City to have an opportunity, or just try to freaking score and do our best? That thought crossed my mind because of all the stupid blunders we've had all year. I'm like, man, let's try to waste a little time, waste as much time as possible. You know what I mean? Kick that field goal if we have to, and give this guy very little time. That didn't work out because he still had 2 minutes. I think he had like a minute and 54. But golly, Ben, I was a killer, right? And now, two thoughts ran through my head. Then I'm like, okay, these guys, it's 4th and 15. What is McDermott going to do? Were you thinking, is he going to blitz again? Is he going to go zero blitz and just send everybody after Mahomes? Or is he going to sit back and just play the sticks? That ran through my head like you wouldn't be like, what would I do? Because now we've seen both ends play out and we lost. We blitz and we lose to the Denver Broncos back to back. But that's not based on what we played defensively. That's just us being ridiculous and not getting the proper guys on the field. That's number one. Number two, are the Eagles, should we blitz or should we not? We play off. You know what I'm saying? And then we let Jalen Hurts run through the end zone. So now I'm sitting here, what the hell are we going to do against one of the best, if not the best quarterback? Actually, the best quarterback is Josh Allen, but one of the best in the game in Pat Mahomes. What do you do? What do you do? McDermott played it off, man. He was like, yo, let my dogs go after them. Put a lot of pressure on them. How this plays out. Y'all position and do it. And that we did. I'll take it. I'll take it, man. McDermott's got to be sitting going, whoo, wait. We got out of this one, fellas? We got out of this one, fellas? I can't wait for them to show what they said in the locker room. I'm sure of it, there's going to be some kind of clip. If the clip is up, let me know and I'll try to find it and play it right now for us. But man, what a win. What a way to take this win today, especially on the road. Because folks, just understand we have not been great on the road. We've been actually awful on the road. So it goes to tell you that, listen, we have time to make our strides. We have time to really amp things up so we can get this thing popping again. And I'm looking back at the defense, right? Once again, Teron Johnson is one of our leaders on the squad. He had the recovery. My man Christian Benford with the strip. You got to give credit to Christian Benford, the young second-year corner. Shout out to Christian Benford today. He had 5 tackles today on top of his forced fumble. Terrell Bernard with 8 tackles. Tyrell Dotson with 8 tackles with a tackle for a loss. But the big one for me that we've been asking for this player for some time now, and asking, where the hell is this player? Von Miller. Von Miller today, quiet, like I expected. I didn't expect him to do a whole lot. I mean, even to this day, some people are saying, yo, I think it's time for this brother to sit down. I think it's better. I think it's best that you put Kingsley Jonathan in. You know what I mean? Somebody with some fresh legs and somebody that's got something to prove and all that good stuff, right? But Von Miller today, he had some pressure. He had 2 QB hits today that were crucial. 2 pressures today that were crucial. And in the end, he was what made a lot of this happen, this pressure happen, along with Floyd and obviously Edward. But for the most part, maybe, listen, I might be jumping the gun here. But maybe we start to see a little bit more out of Von Miller. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he's starting to get his legs underneath him. I'm not going to talk a lot of shit right now. I'm just going to enjoy this win. I'm probably jumping the gun way too soon, but it was nice to see that he was on the stat sheet for the positive and not the negative. So salute to Von Miller, salute to his defense. We came through and we handled ours, man. We had 10 QB hits today. You got to give that pressure. You got to give that credit and that pressure to them, to those boys on defense. Shout out to them. Now, Bills winning. What's it mean for Josh Allen? What's it do for this offense? What's it do for McDermott? What's it do for this team? Absolutely nothing. Because this win didn't move the needle statistically, but it just gets us closer. It gets us closer, right? If you go ask Josh, yo, are you excited about this? Honestly, I hope he says, we're not done. I hope he gives you the Kobe Bryant. Happy for what? Is the job done? Job not done. You know what I'm saying? And get right back to it. You know what I'm saying? If we sit here getting excited about this one win when we're still in 11th place, it's kind of crazy to think about it. Right? You got to act like, you know what? You got to act like you've been there before. But guess what? We've never been in this territory where we have such a talented team, yet we're 6-6. So we gotta pull the Mamba and say, hey, is the job done? Last time I checked, job wasn't done. So job not done. So these boys got to keep it rolling. And they have the squad to do it, and they got the leadership to do it, and they got 17. The window is always open with 17. No matter how you want to slice it, you and I both know it. That dude is him. He is him. So I love what I was able to see today. Let me go over my super chats real quick. Salute to my man Darren. What's up, Darren Martin? Darren Martin says, yo, hot take. The fact that all of you would have blamed McDermott if we lost and not another missed wide receiver is very telling from our fans. Let's go. Listen, you had people that had pre-typed tweets, emails, you know what I'm saying, Instagram messages, and they were just waiting for it to go send. And they've told you McDermott's a bum. He needs to be fired. He has no business being ahead. Yo, they were waiting, just waiting to get all over McDermott. They were. And it makes like people that are supportive of him, supportive of the team, and supportive of what he does for the team, it makes it stand more like, yo, it's not him. He's not the problem, man. It's just the way things have been shaken out. Is he flawed? Absolutely. But he's a damn good coach, and he's a damn good leader for the squad. And you can tell by the way McDermott, and his players talk about him. The captain of the team, Micah Hyde, came out publicly and was like, yo, that's my guy. Listen, y'all tripping. And I guess they had team meetings, and Micah Hyde then stood up, and then Josh Allen stood up again and was like, yo, I'm in support of my guy. So, yeah, they were waiting for it, Darren. They were absolutely waiting for it. But you know what? Wait another day. But it's crazy because you support the team. So, like, you want your guy to succeed, which is weird, right? It's a weird flex, but it is what it is. Darren Martin comes back at it again and says, yo, y'all would have blamed McDermott but completely overlooked how trash Diggs looked. But I hope people keep the same energy and call Mahomes a diva like they did Diggs. Listen, you're going to wait. You're going to have to wait till Monday, man. Monday is when everything comes out, right? Black Monday. Everybody starts to talk their ish on Monday. But like I said earlier today, Diggs not being involved in the game is kind of disheartening a little bit. You want to see your number one receiver involved. But if your number one receiver is not going to be involved, you want your number two to get all the love. And your number two had 0 receptions with 2 targets. Problematic. So I'm hoping these boys are professional enough that they'll fix their issues and fix their chemistry. But Diggs' game, it wasn't that he wasn't getting the football, but when they did throw the football, he was getting some drops, man. There was some clear drops on Diggs' hands. So he's a professional. You know what I'm saying? He's elite. He will figure that crap out. But he's got to figure it out quick because we got a very good defense coming our way in the Dallas Cowboys. GQ Bob, what's up, GQ? So a dub is a dub, but bruh, poor clock management at the end almost cost us. And I'm not going to shy away from that either. I can't. That's why I said he's not without flaw. Because there was one point I was like, yo, this guy burnt 2 timeouts. Like, why would you burn 2 timeouts? I'm sitting here, yo, we got no timeouts right now. And we're trying to make our way down. Then we had to hit a damn field goal. We had to go for a Hail Mary. Hated that, first of all. And by the way, that Hail Mary, if not for freaking Nick Bolton being there, that shit was landing in Khalil Shakir's hands right there at halftime. That would have been lovely. But that's not the way the cookie crumbled that time, right? But if we had our timeouts, if we didn't waste them on some frivolous bullshit, because it was, then we would have had probably opportunities to move up in field goal position, and we would have had an opportunity to double dip, because not only would we have scored if we put ourselves in range, dude, we got the ball back in the second half. We could have put this team away sooner, knowing that we had that lead. So yeah, that clock management, bro, that guy's got to work on that, man. He does. He really does got to work on that. You can't do that, bro. You can't just be burning shit left, right, center, willy-nilly. You just can't. What's up, PVC? Yo, we all take the dub, but man, lack of adjustments and banning the run can't keep happening. You're so right. You are absolutely right. And that's why I touched on that. You gotta stick to the run, man. If that run is getting you going, stick to it. Because you'll notice that Joe Brady actually decided to tap back in to the run game in the second half. And then he stopped in the fourth completely. So it would have been nice to see a little more balance that way. But neither here nor there. Feed Cook, man. You got to feed Cook. Now that he's running the way he's running, I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. What's up, Anthony English? What's happening, man? Appreciate that super chat. He goes, yo, let's freaking go, man. We need to keep the same energy throughout the year, and we need some others to start losing. Listen, man, we absolutely need that. 1,000%. Mickey the Time Lord says, yo, that game does make a statement. I want them to fight. Yeah, I mean, listen, every dub going forward is going to make a statement. But this one was a statement because it was against the Kansas City Chiefs, and we were able to run the football, and we did not have to rely or force the football too much to the likes of Stephon Diggs, because that usually what gives a game away when you try to force it to your alpha receiver. This wasn't the game for him. Maybe next game becomes a game for him, but today it wasn't. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll see how that plays out. Let me see here. We got John Monas. Oh, John, I didn't see your super chat. I appreciate your super chat, but no words came on there. Darren Martin, what's up, Deron? Says Cook was our leading receiver today. Diggs and Davis were trash, and it's okay. They just have to be better. We're 1-0. It's gonna work out, man. Listen, sometimes it's somebody else's game. Sometimes it just happens to be somebody else's game, and it's okay as long as the results are a win. Because at the end of the day, that's all that freaking matters in this league are wins and losses. Too many of those things, you're out of there. So we got to start stacking these damn dubs, and away we go. So that being said, folks, I'm not going to sit here and take all your time. It's just nice to know that we got ourselves a win. It's nice to know that we can talk through this, you know what I'm saying, as Bills fans. And let me know what you guys are going through, because I don't want to leave just yet, because I still feel like I still got a lot to get off my chest when it comes to that. But Steph, obviously, McDermott was the one person I really wanted to get on there. I feel good for him. It as a person, you know what I'm saying, as a man, like you're a leader of the squad, and the fact that your teammates, your players came into your defense, that's huge. Number one. That's massive. That's a vote of confidence that these boys, they still believe in me. And the one thing that I do truly believe is that these boys, they really do believe in McDermott. They will play hard for McDermott, and he hasn't lost the locker room. Chip Kelly lost the locker room. He lost that shit early. He had a star-studded team. But none of those guys respected him. He lost that locker room real quick, right? The Giants, when they freaking brought in Joe Judge as their head coach. Boy, he lost that team when he was like, ain't nobody got jerseys, no names on it. And every guy that's on this team, take your decal off. Yo, you making all these rules to grown-ass men that are making millions of dollars, man. Cut that shit out, bro. Cut that shit out. You lose the locker room. Ain't nobody trying to play for you. McDermott still got them, right? Even the measly Patriots at 2-10, I bet you they still play hard as hell for Bill Belichick. Why? Because he's respected. Why? Because they fuck with his program. And I think the Bills really do F with the program. They understand what the stake is. They understand the assignment, and they nailed it. And let's keep it a buck. Let's not forget, man, who we're missing here. Because if we had every single one of our cats in Milano and Daquan Jones that could come back if we continue to do what we're supposed to do, so we could see him back. You never know, but could he be at 100%? That who knows? Everybody heals differently. And having Trey White, man, because you saw how we were playing when we did have those three. You look nearly unstoppable. And when those injuries started happening, you started to dip. You saw the dip in play. And it started in London. That London game was that was his fire starter. So now we trying to put the fire out, and let's keep it popping right now. So that dub was really nice. It was nice to see. And I'm saying we got 4 more to go. We got 4 more to go. And then we got 5 more after that. So you know where we're at, man. You know where we're at. You know what time it is, man. Peter says, yo, Rico, did you like the aggressiveness with Coach? Yes, I did. Because he was bringing the pressure. And he's not that he was just blitzing out of nowhere and doing some silliness, but it was timely blitzes, and it was to the point where it was getting Pat Mahomes off his game. And when Pat Mahomes is off his game, the results become a dub for the Bills. And these guys took an L, and that's what happens, man. So they got to go back. They're the ones that got to go back and try to figure things out. What's up, E-Boogie? E-Boogie comes in with a super chat. I appreciate that super chat, E-Boogs. He goes, yo, just think Spagnuolo does a great job taking away the deep ball, which makes our receivers look bad. I think it's a great scheming from Spagnuolo. Listen, he's not one of the best in the game for no reason. We're a team that likes to go down the field. We're a team that likes to take their shots downfield. But the way they played us, they said, if you're going to win, if you're going to have success against this defense, you're going to have to hit your things underneath, and you're going to have to run that football. And the run the football we did for over 100 yards. And you're gonna have to use somebody else other than Stephon Diggs. I'm taking away Stephon Diggs. He's not going to be effective this game. And if you're gonna make him effective, hit that screen all day long. I'll give it to you. And that's exactly what happened. Josh Allen had there was no hitting Diggs deep or any of it because they were taking it away. So we had no choice but to play the conservative, hit your shots. But this time the difference was we hit. We moved the ball and we hit. And the fact that Josh is starting to use his legs now, that changes the game. You can't defend Josh like you used to, where you're like, play zone with a spy. Well, we're good to go. You know what I'm saying? Because Josh is gonna make you pay. He will make you pay. You want to play that spy? I'm gonna put that ball right behind you where you're supposed to be. That's where I'm gonna get your ass. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll see how this all plays out. Hold on a second. So that being said, pleased to see that the Bills get their dub. They get to a 7-6 record right now. I know it doesn't look sexy because it isn't. It's not sexy spot, but we are where we are for a reason, and we got to keep it up, man. So next up, we got the Dallas Cowboys, and then right after that, we've got the Chargers on, I think, December 23rd, which is a Saturday. I think the 23rd is a Saturday. So it's a weekend game. So that's a 9 p.m. game. So that's going to be fun. And then we got the Patriots at 2 p.m. back at the 8 o'clock. Yeah, because I'm an hour ahead of you guys. I'm on the Atlantic side, so I'm in Canada. So, but yeah, man, it's listen, one game at a time. But when we get to that Cowboys game, that's where, okay, things can really take a turn for like, okay, we got this, because we got a dub against the Cowboys, and here we go, Dak Prescott and them boys. All right, now we got something, because then we got the Patriots. Then we got the Chargers. Then we got the Patriots, and then we got the Dolphins. And at that point, the Dolphins might be looking at things differently. Maybe they're like, yo, we ain't got to play everybody. And we might see you guys in the playoffs next week. So, we're going to put our scrubs against y'all, and let's just go. Who knows? But you know what? One thing I do know is I'm enjoying this win. And you guys already know how I feel. Everything tastes better when the Bills win. Everything just looks better. Everything's like in HD. Everything's like in 1080p. You feel me? Like everything is like ultra HD. It's just a good feeling. And you know that people that were salty, the people that were upset, people that did not want to see the Bills win, they're going to have to sit down for another week and just chill out. Dolphins fans that were like, all right, let's see what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And Dolphins, they're not even really worried about us, because right now they're dealing with their business at the top of the AFC. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying it's over just yet, because they have a pretty tough schedule themselves. Let me see what the Dolphins are facing with. So the next 4 games with the Dolphins, or 5, we could say. Let's see what they got. Full schedule. Dolphins, who they got next? Let me go back here. Where are my Dolphins at? Dolphins right now. Kansas City. Beat Kansas City. Let me see here. I can't even find the Dolphins playbook. Okay, here we go. Here you go. Dolphins. They got the Titans next because that's with Will Levis. That's an interesting one. We'll see how that plays out. D Hop and them boys, but Titans ain't gonna do anything. I think the Dolphins should be able to win that one, no problem. And then they got the Jets afterwards, and that one's gonna be interesting. That one there is gonna be interesting because you already know that Jets defense is absolutely legit. You know that defense is absolutely legit. So you have the Jets facing the Dolphins. That could be problematic. Then they face the Cowboys after that, and then they have the Ravens. So they got the Jets, Cowboys, Ravens, then us. It ain't over just yet. It ain't over just yet for us to sneak in and try to win that division. I'm just saying, man. And if the Titans can do some work today and shock the world, you just never know. You just never know, man. You just never know. This league is a funny league, man, and we'll see how that plays out. By the way, Blind Man Stone, what's up? Thank you for that super chat. You know I appreciate you, bro. I just don't like how every second half of the game we don't run the ball on the game-winning possession. We should have run the ball to kill more time instead of throwing. Here's the understanding. Here's my understanding of it, because I've seen this happen before, where in a way the screenplay or these short routes, they pretty much mask the same thing you'll get out of a run game, right? And maybe that breaks into something else, but it's just enough to get to your second down to have second and short or second and 5 or second and 4. So if you can get a bit of some yardage off of it, that's what they do. But why move away from running the football when it was so effective, right? Yes, they made adjustments, but you can make the same adjustments too. So to me, I don't understand that. And that's 3 games straight where they've abandoned the run in the third to fourth quarter. So I'd like to see them utilize that way more. So I'm with you, Blind Man Stone. I'm 100% with you. You ain't lying on that one. Another super chat from my man, Matt Hernandez. What's up, Matt? Yo, love the show, Rico. Great win, but we nearly lost the game with the play calls on second down with 2:12 left. Chiefs didn't have to use any timeouts. Bro, I hated that. Like I had my friend over, and we're just, shooting the shit. We're just having a conversation, and like I must have went grab a handful of chips and took a swig or something. All of a sudden, we're punting. I was like, what the hell just happened? He's like, yo, those are quick 3 and out. I was like, man, we can't have those 3 and outs, bro. We can't have those 3 and outs. Like, we have too good of a receiving crew. We have too good of a quarterback for us to go 3 and out. We don't. We just can't do that. And I'm gonna say one last thing. And I don't want to be negative because this is a win, but these are things that this team could obviously improve upon. The O-line was not good today. And I was going to say that for Tuesday, but I'm going to give a little bit today. The O-line was not good today. The O-line was struggling. And I get it. It's a good defense. They brought the pressure. But there were times where Josh didn't have the time a day to do anything, which essentially, I think, caused that turnover that Josh made. Maybe if he had the time, he maybe would have hit that sooner. I didn't like the decision, personally. But he didn't have time. There was a lot of time, like moments where, the throw that he made that he was nearly out of bounds, had to float it to Latavius Murray. But these boys were in like 2 seconds. Bro, we got to be better. We got to be better than that, man. And I've been praising the O-line for having, being intact and staying healthy. But man, we got to be way better than that, folks. We definitely got to be better than that. But that being said, a win is a win, right? A lot of times we talk about, man, I don't care if it's an ugly win, if it's a nice win, it's a sexy win, but we just need to win. And that we did today. And that feeling that you got when that ball fell incomplete and all the players were looking around to see if there was any yellow and there was no yellow, victory. We'll take that victory every single time. And if that's what it takes to be one of the top perennial teams, the top teams that are contending for the Super Bowl, guess what? We are too. So we'll definitely take that, man. And what makes things a little better is that Pat Mahomes is boo-hoo-hoo crying at the end, throwing his helmet down and just getting out. He was raging. He was raging on the sideline. And I don't think he was even ready to hear anything Josh Allen had to say, because Josh Allen came right up in his ears like, yo, man, fuck your team, man. Yo, good game, though, for real. You had a good game, but yo, you ain't shit. I'm going to see you in the playoffs. Peace, boy. I hope that's the type of shit he said, but you know he didn't. Yo, good game, man. It was a hell of a game. You know, stay healthy. I mean, and hopefully we'll see you some other time. Pat Mahomes wasn't even hear that. Pat Mahomes was like, yeah, man. Fuck these refs. Yo, he was losing his shit, man. But you know what? Kadarius Toney, bro, you gotta be shitting your pants, bro. You gotta be shitting your pants. The whole squad is looking at you. You walk into the locker room, bro. Your head better be down. You better go straight to your locker room. You know what I'm saying? Don't even shower, man. Grab your soap and rope, grab all your shit, pack your shit, and get to your car and go home because ain't nobody gonna see you. Ain't nobody gonna want to see you in that locker room because they were pissed. And now we dropped the Chiefs to 8-5. And now there's gonna be all the speculation of this not our problem. Our problem is we need to get out of freaking 11th spot and move into 7th spot. Just like that. Just the same way that Brandon B traded from the 21 spot down to the 12th spot to trade with the Buccaneers at the 7th spot. We need to go from 11 to 7. You know what I'm saying? What is it on dice? 11 to 7. Let's go, man. We need to get from 11 to 7, man. We got to make that happen. We got to make that happen. Somebody say, Panessa says, finally someone else other than Bills players screws up at the end. Right, man? It's about time, man. Shit. Sometimes it's always us in a way that we screw ourselves. We end up beating ourselves. How many times we hear that? The Bills beat themselves. Oh, what a Billsy way to lose. You never really hear what a Billsy way to win. It's always what a Billsy way to lose. Well, guess what? We were on the other end this time. And I'll take it. And I'll freaking take it. That being said, folks, let me wrap this show up. I really appreciate y'all. Yo, smash that like while you guys are in here. I'll be on the Bleacher Report again tomorrow. So hit me up. I think it's gonna be a 1:30 show. So download that app. Hit me up on the old Bleacher Report. If you guys are not following me on Twitter, it's like, you know, listen right over here. Rico_BF. Hit me up on Twitter. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel and smash that like, and to get our notifications, smash that little notification bell. That lets you know when I'm live. That lets you know when the crew is live, when Rev is live, when my man Z-Bot's live. Z-Bot will be live tomorrow. I'm sure you guys will be thrilled to see how happy he is and hear him break down how this feels. But I'm gonna tell you right now, man, this was a damn good win. As a Bills fan, we should be happy about it for the next couple days because we got a big one again against the Cowboys, but this time at home. At home. So let's roll, man. My man Cameron says, yo, live only on Bleacher Report. Yeah, it's gonna be live on Bleacher Report only. I'll try to put some information out on my Twitter. So that way, you guys know exactly when I'm going live. And I'm gonna be back at it again on Tuesday. Live again on Tuesday. And I'll be joined by my man Thigh Doc. And hopefully I'll be joined by my man Carl Jones from News 8 in Rochester. So let's get this thing popping, man. Let's get this dubs, man. We got to get these dubs. We got to keep it going. And we'll go from there, man. My man said, yo, how many times have the Chiefs squeezed by? We had the lead most of the game, and at least we didn't javelin to score to get the win. Defense. Man, the defense stepped up today, man. The defense stepped up, and they did what they're supposed to do. And yet again, I'm not saying we bailed out the offense. You know what I'm saying? But the offense only scored 3 points in the second half. I mean, there's so many things I can talk about, but I'm going to talk about on Tuesday. But let's not get it twisted. We scored early. That's what we needed in order to kind of keep this up. We made them turn the ball over twice. We sacked. We put pressure on the quarterback, and we kept the ball. We had time of possession on our hands. Those are keys to victory, man. Those are keys to victory. Keep the ball in your hand. Run the ball. Kill clock. You know what I'm saying? Limit our penalties. Discipline. I talked about that. Discipline. And we were a little more disciplined today. And obviously, we got to take advantage of our opportunities and put points on the board. And that we did. So, if you guys enjoyed this show, do me a favor. Smash that like. Smash it once again. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, man. This is the place to be when it comes to Bills content and anything that is breaking news. Come here and join us. And I'm your host, Rico. This is the Buffalo Fanatics. This is the Rico Report. We appreciate you. And we'll catch you guys again on Tuesday night. Please tune back in on Monday night because you're going to see my man Z-Bot and he's going to pour his heart out into this microphone. And you don't want to miss that because he is one entertaining cat and you guys don't want to miss that. My man Z-Bot is next on Monday and I'm back at it again on Tuesday. And then we're back at it again on Friday. So if you guys appreciate the show, show some love and catch us in those days. So other than that, folks, Bills win 20-17. And we take down the former champs. We take down, a conference foe. And we got to move on to the next. We slay one dragon, we got to slay another one. Our backs are against the wall. We got no choice but to keep it rolling and keep it pushing. Got no choice, man. We got no choice. If it's got to be ugly, it's got to be ugly. And if we can get a sexy win in there too, I'll take that too. That being said, y'all have a great week. I know I am, because my Bills won, baby. So let's have a fantastic week, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side. It's the Rico Report. It's the Buffalo Fanatics. It's your boy, and I'm gone. Let's go.
If you're a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility and your machinery isn't working right, Grainger knows you need to understand what's wrong as soon as possible. So when a conveyor motor falters, Grainger offers diagnostic tools like calibration kits and multimeters to help you identify and fix the problem. With Grainger, you can be confident you have everything you need to keep your facility running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.